Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about a few things. One, the lower bag. We're going to be doing a review on the lower bag. We're going to compare it to the Gannon Buhr Squatch Legend 3.0. And we're going to talk about some things I really like about the lure, some things I maybe would critique a little bit to make it more user-friendly like I feel like the Legend is. The other thing that we're going to talk about is some really cool stuff going on with the channel, Squatch and I, and then also some future releases of Squatch that you could stay tuned towards the end of the video. I will have some future releases of Squatch coming out that I'm really excited for. So before we get too far into the bag, I will say if you're wanting a new bag or you're thinking about getting a new bag, Squatch is fantastic. I switched to them. I carried a grip bag for a really long time. Before that, I had a Prodigy bag, and then I had a dynamic disc bag, and then I had a just a off-brand random bag I bought off Amazon. But anyways, the Squatch bags to me so far are the best bag I've ever used. I haven't used a pound bag, but comparative to price, I think Squatch is where it's at. So hence why I'm making a Squatch video. But anyways, if you're interested in the lure or a Legend or a Link, those are the three models, you can use this code right here, and essentially it'll give you 10% off. What it really is free shipping. So if you're buying something like a Legend usually is, I want to say $260 and maybe $270, maybe $269, I'm not sure. And then this one is usually $200, $205. But right now it's on sale for $163.99, so it's $41 off. And the promo code will not work on items that are on sale or series items. Like this is Drew Gibson series, this is Gannon Buhr series, so the promo code won't work for that. But these are already on really good deals anyways. These are a steal right now, $163, and it's a great bag. So what I'll do is I'll put a link below to get to the Squatch website also with my promo code. That way you guys can access if you want to go check out their stuff. They got a lot of really good options. And one really cool thing I like about Squatch is their straps. Pretty much in all their bags are replaceable. They come off if you mess them up. If you step on them, damage them, they are replaceable. And the guy that turned me on to Squatch, I seen him in a tournament and he wasn't carrying a Squatch bag. I said, hey man, what happened to your Squatch bag? And he said, well, one of my straps broke and I can't find any straps online. And so I talked to Squatch and they said, if you ever have a strap that's broken or something weird that's going on with your bag, just email them, let them know what's going on. They're very good with their customer support, and more than likely they're going to take care of you. So that's one thing I really love about the company is really just their openness to help out, and they produce such a good quality product. You shouldn't have any issues. I've been carrying my Squatch bag for over a year now, maybe right at a year actually, and haven't had any issues whatsoever. But anyways, we're gonna get into the bag. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my phone and I'm gonna put a little video screen up here so that way you guys can see what I see, instead of me getting up and trying to carry the bag to the camera. You can actually see what I see here, and I'm just going to video with my phone. And do me a favor, comment down below and let me know if that's something that you guys like and if it's a good way to do it. I don't review bags a lot, but I want to find a really efficient way to do it, and that way you guys can get the best view of the bag without there being weird parts of the video where I'm jumping up and down and standing up. And so anyways, we'll get straight into it. We'll start with the very top. Before I do that, be sure to subscribe. I want to thank everybody that has subscribed. I love all my subscribers and anyone that watches the channel, but a vast majority of the people that watch the channel aren't subscribed. So do me a favor, hit the button. I would much appreciate it. One thing that really drew me towards the Squatch bag is the putter pouch up top is huge, and it holds so many discs and they're very easy to access. So that's one thing that just immediately was like, that's a really cool feature. I gotta try this out. But the lure and the Link, the putter pouches are almost identical. There's a few small differences and I'll show you right now. So this one, if you open it up, it's very spacious, very big, but it doesn't have any pouches on the side. If you come to the Legend, before we do that, that easily holds 6 putters. The side of the Legend has pouches, and I use my rangefinder right there, and I also have a mini right there. So there's a few more pouches in the Legend versus the Lure. And you could stick your rangefinder on the side if you wanted to, but I like the fact that there's pouches on the side. I think the pouch is the same size in depth. It's just a little smaller in width. And obviously the Legend is a much bigger, wider bag than this one, but I wish they could have at least put a pouch on a side or something like that. I don't know. Another small difference. So on the Legend, you actually tuck this zipper, this flap actually tucks into this. And you don't have to ever worry about putting a disc in here and it's catching like this flap right here. You don't have to ever worry about the rim of the disc catching the flap. If you come over here, they do a really good job of putting the Velcro right towards the tip. And so that way when you put this flap in here, it Velcros, it actually Velcros very nicely. I haven't had an issue with this. It doesn't catch. See, it would be really, really hard for you. You'd almost have to pick up the whole bag trying to do that. But that's one thing I wish was maybe a little bit different, is the way that they tucked this flap. I wish they could do the same there. It would also create a little pocket where you can put a mini or your rangefinder or something like that. So I really like the way they did that on the Legend. I guess we'll go right into another thing that I wish this bag had that the Legend has. If you look at the Legend has a designated pouch for your phone. That's not saying that you couldn't designate one of the pouches on this bag for your phone. You could designate this pouch right here for your phone, put your phone in there. But I really like that it's very easy to access. You can put your phone in there and it's just a little magnet that just falls down. It's just magnetized. And so I really, really like that about that. It's super simple. It magnetizes, you open it up. And nowadays, if you play in a tournament, you basically use your phone to keep track of the score. And so I just really, really like that about the Legend. I wish the Lure had a specific phone pouch designated for a phone, because I got my phone out every single hole. Now I could take my phone and just slide it in the side right there, but if I don't know, I just wish it had a designated spot. But you can slide your phone right there, not be an issue. You can still get your putters out just fine, no big deal, and pull that out. So that would probably be what I would do. You could also take a side pouch here and put your phone here if you wanted to and pull it out. You know, it's not a huge deal, but it is a little convenience thing. I think the Legend has an advantage over the Lure, in my opinion. But anyways, the rest of the bag, this bag actually doesn't have a pouch. This front pouch on the Legend can store discs. So you can put your approach discs or mid-ranges or whatever you want, you can put in there. This does not fit a disc. There's no way the disc is fitting in this pouch. It just won't. So really you could put a mini there. If it was deeper, you could totally put your phone in there, but I wouldn't put my phone there because I think that's just gonna be a liability to fall out, especially if you just pick it up. Like it goes in and out very easily, which is a good thing, but also could be a bad thing if you were to pick it up. So I would say probably put a mini or something like that there, because in a tournament, you're pretty much picking up and putting a mini down every time you do a putt. Let's see. We get in the side pockets. The side pockets really aren't too much different from the Legend. And the Lure, you essentially have a pouch and then a huge pouch. This, you could fit all kinds of stuff in here. This other pouch is essentially the same. You have a pouch here and then a giant pouch. I have a disc retriever there, but you can fit a lot of stuff in there. Another cool thing about Squatch, speaking of quality, is they have waterproof zippers. So if you have towels in here, they're not going to get wet. The way they designed it, their water's not getting in there. So very cool the way they did that. The Legend has a pouch here, a pouch there, has a little pouch there. Same thing on this side, pretty much. Has a place to hold some pencils or some pens and markers, whatever. Another little pouch. You essentially have a few more little side pouches in your side big pouch in the Legend. So there's just, but when you're buying a Legend over a Lure, you're obviously buying a much bigger bag, so you're gonna have more storage. It's kind of like buying a Yukon versus a Camry. I mean, you're obviously gonna have more room in a Yukon, so, or a Tahoe. You're just gonna have more room. This bag was designed to be smaller, lighter. It's much lighter to carry around. Obviously this has discs in it, but it's a much lighter bag, much easier friendly to carry around a course, and it holds a substantial amount of discs. So right now in this bag, I want to say I had 27 or 28. Let's see, we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So right now in this bag, I got 28 discs. Let's move some discs over from this bag to this bag and see kind of what this bag can hold and what realistically you're gonna really kind of try to have in this bag, or I'm gonna set it up the way that I would have it. So I have 2 approach discs. I'm probably only gonna put 1 in here, and I would probably put it over here on this pouch. On this side, you have this pouch. It's pretty cool. This flap goes over. Also shed water, keep water from going inside your pouch. But if it's not, you can just take it right here. There's actually Velcro on the inside right there. You can take that, stick that like that, and you don't have to worry about that sticking. So this is a pouch. What I would do is I would probably put this here and my backup putter here. And that'll be probably 2 discs. I don't think I would put more than 2 in there. You probably could fit 3 or 4, but I think comfortably you're just gonna want 2. Also, rangefinder. I'll probably just put my rangefinder up here in this pouch right here. So something like that. This other side over here is essentially the same thing, except for there's a little divider that has a place to put, let's say you have a water bottle. You're gonna put your water bottle in here. There's that, and you have a Gatorade. So you can have quite a bit of room. You probably could fit, I have another big, this is like a big, thicker one. Probably put it in there as well if you wanted to. So yeah, it holds plenty of liquids. The problem would be if you did put that in there, you're obviously going to be crowding this pocket. It still could hold plenty of stuff. You're just going to be impeding it because it's going to be pushing it in. But anyways, so that pouch is designated really, it don't have to. Like what I do is I always put my drink in one, and then I have, you can put your rangefinder there. Heck, you could put your phone there. I mean, there's several things you could do there. but I always put my arm sleeve and just any other little miscellaneous stuff. I always put it on the other side of my bottle. So let's get into packing this thing full of discs. All right, so I carry 5 mid-ranges. I'm just gonna take those mid-ranges and put them over there. We'll start with some fairway drivers. I carry quite a few fairway drivers. I think I have 6 fairway drivers. Put those fairway drivers there. And then let's put some of our drivers. Okay, so I basically left 2 discs in here. Those are still easy to access and get in and out. That's really about as many as I would want in there. I wouldn't really want more in there. So let's see how many is in there. So let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mid-ranges, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12 fairway drivers / drivers. Let's see, that's really about everything out of that bag, minus like a chalk bag and stuff, but yeah, so that's really my take on the bag. Got 25 discs in this bag, still fairly light. It's a very good bag for being very compact. I just wish it had a few little different tweaks that would be like almost perfect. Almost so perfect that I would consider carrying this over the Legend. For now, I'm actually gonna keep my discs in this bag, use this bag for a while. I may carry it around for 4 or 6 months and just really get a good feel of it. And maybe I'll come back and have a more in-depth final review after carrying it for a very long time. Overall, I still think it's a fantastic bag. And it also could be a really good bag if you're going, let's say you're going out of town or you're going on a trip. My wife's like, oh my gosh, Zach, your disc golf bag's so big. Why do you have to carry so many discs to Florida on our vacation to go play disc golf? But when she's seen this bag, she's like, hey, we could actually throw that in a spot and it'll save us some room. So it's a good little travel bag. It's definitely good for youth. I mean, it's good for adults. It's good for so many different reasons. I guess that's it. I guess that's it on the bag. I can't wait to carry it around the course, get some miles on it. Oh, every bag comes with a Squatch. Almost forgot about this. Pretty much every bag comes with a Squatch cooler, and it essentially is just a little pouch that helps keep your beverages cold. You can also put snacks in there. Sometimes when I play tournaments, I'll put like a cold drink in there with like a protein bar or a chocolate bar, and you don't want that stuff melting. But it actually holds quite a bit. And you can put a 2 Gatorades in there probably. Let's see, it's 2 Gatorades. Let's see. That's pretty tight. You're not gonna get more than 2 Gatorades in there, but you can also put this pouch. If you didn't want this pouch taken up, you could take that divider out, but I will show you. You can take this and you can stick this pouch right there. Your cooler can be right there. So if it's really, really hot and you're like, I don't want these 2 discs, I can find room, and that leaves me with 23 discs, so I can find a way to do 23 discs. You can have essentially 2 drinks in here and your drink right here. And if you fill this up with ice, sometimes that's what I'll do, is I'll fill this up with ice and then I'll just pour drinks in here, so that way I always have a cold drink. And I have essentially 3 full bottles full of, you could have 4 if you want to use this other pouch. So it's very versatile, very versatile. I want to say that's it. So the future Squatch bag that's coming out is called, it's a Legend 3.0, but it's by Gannon. And I'll put a picture of it right here. And Squatch is supposed to be sending me this bag. I will definitely do a review on this bag. Kind of see if they've maybe tweaked a few things from the Calvin Heimberg to the Gannon Buhr, but I cannot wait to get that bag in and see what it's all about. That's it for the video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Hope I did y'all guys a good service by giving you multiple viewpoints of the bag. Until I catch you in the next one. Go in peace. Be blessed.